heart is at. And I'm tired of seeing my family at moments of where the members departed at. Because my uncle hung himself, I can't swallow that. So my heart is where I'm hollow at. Thinking where I'm hollow at, so I can kill this perception. God, what's the blessing? I need to know before I turn cold within my soul.
What the hell is going on? The public is struggling, fighting to keep holding on. Dust heads and fiends get hiding in the plain sight. Demons are scheming and hiding in plain sight. Young black kid arose from the ghetto just to grow up and sell his soul to the devil. Cause since he been a youngin', they was controlling his mental. The media pulling strings in the back like Geppetto. He wanna be a star, cause they told him he need an Audemars and a fast car. Meanwhile, I'm numb to the globe and my soul turning cold cause the world turning cold.
I remember when hip-hop was lyrical and every individual had the individual story to tell. I guess they do whatever to sell. Meanwhile, I'm dodging cells, dreaming double XL, and y'all just thinking it's swell, but it's a hard life. Trying to get this money for the family on them hard nights. Seen a lot, did a lot. So my heart beats cold, but every now and then you see these dark streets bleed gold.
I don't wanna let my soul turn cold. So cold. So cold. So cold. I don't wanna let my soul turn cold. So cold. So cold.
That was fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Alright, so now.
So cold. So cold.
I don't wanna let my soul turn cold. So cold. So cold. I don't wanna let my soul turn cold. So cold. So cold.
I don't think I picked the first one. Once we go to the studio, it's just about, it's going to be a whole new vibe and flow we bring to it as everybody's doing their verses. So it's like, it's about the energy that we're going to create once we get into the big studio. So, you know, those riffs and whatnot, they're just going to come naturally. Then we'll just have you go crazy for like 2-3 minutes and then.
Those hard nights, seen a lot, did a lot. So my heart beats cold, but every now and then you see these dark streets bleed gold.
It's your job to make you whole, to keep your soul from turning cold. Back to where you were. This world can't take its toll. I don't wanna let my soul turn cold. So cold. So cold.
Check me out, look, it all started at a young age. Old heads in my lane and all they talked about was gunplay. And always told my moms that I gotta make it one day. So with these fierce bars that I write, they gonna feel my pain. But my dad, he always kept me on a better path and always wanted me to have the things he didn't have. He still tells me, I ain't tell you for your help. So the best thing for me to do is just separate myself. That was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Well, man, I don't know.
I don't even know if it's too late for me, man. Here it is. I'm 24 years old and I have nothing. Nothing but a few hot everybody I know. Lord knows I hope my time ain't no time soon. Man. Maybe I could be a boxer. Yeah. That's right. I can fight. That's what I want to be. A professional boxer, right? Yeah. I want my first match to be my father's. Yeah. Why did you leave me, man? Huh? Why did you not take your responsibilities, man? Huh? Why didn't you ever call me and say, son, I love you, or son, you got food? Huh? Why didn't you ever call me and say, happy birthday, son? You alright? What did I do to deserve this life? What did I do? You had a nerve to walk out on me? You started a whole new family? Pops must be out of your mind, man. No man in his right mind will leave his 7-year-old. I'm just praying for the day I bump heads with you. You don't know how many days I used to wake up from dreams thinking you came back.
All right. How you doing? My name is Kenny Carter. I'm president of Fathers Alive in the Hood. Right now, we out here in Westchester. And right now, Brother Judah asked me about my perception on accountability. And as a black man in America, my accountability comes to the reality of thinking about this right here. The men, black heroes, in our history, that they were accountable for us, and we weren't even here yet. And the way that they were accountable for us, they allowed their work to define their character. They actually put the things that they needed to do in action and let people see by what they did in history so that they could be recognized. And not only recognized, but they are legends. That's why we can look around and see pictures. We can see street names, Frederick Douglass, Malcolm X. We could go on and on how many names that there are that exist that represents our ancestors. But as we continue to move on in these days and times, the accountability that a black man in America has is first. Not only to God, because God is first, but to your family. You have to be accountable in your household. You have to be a responsible man and make the decisions that will be detrimental to your family. You have to be responsible as a husband. You have to be responsible as a son. You have to be responsible as a nephew. You have to be responsible as a male, point blank, period. Because irresponsibility will definitely lead to tragedy. And these are the things that we have to understand. If we don't understand it now, we will not understand it later, because there is no later, especially if you're irresponsible. You'll end up either in jail or in a box. And these are the things that we have to understand. The first jail we have is our minds. And when we free our mind, and then it starts to reveal the accountability that we have within self, because we have to hold ourselves accountable for just breathing nowadays. And as men, we have to continue to play the position not only as fathers, but as daddies, as uncles, as grandfathers, as men, period, in this world. And mainly right now, we're in America. So this is what it's about. Be accountable for yourself, and then everybody else can understand where you're at. Peace.
My name is Quentin Walcott. I'm with the Accountability Project. And I'm with an organization called Connect, and we do domestic violence and gender violence prevention work. And we do a lot of work with men and boys and communities to kind of transform the way they view the world. And it's particularly how they view girls and other men. And a lot of work around accountability. And what we did tonight was we reviewed the Redemption for Colored Boys by Stacey Muhammad as part of our men's roundtable. And it's a New York City men's roundtable. We meet the last Thursday every single month. So we viewed this film tonight and really took a look at how do we re-enter, not just into our communities, but back into our relationships, and particularly with our children. When we've been missing and needed and wanted, and we come back, how do we reconnect, how do we rebuild, how do we transform these relationships? So that's what we did tonight. We watched Redemption for Colored Boys. It was really a really powerful, short but powerful web series, the first part of 7 to come, and it really kind of took a look at, for us men in the room, how it was for us growing up, how were we connected to our fathers or not, and what impact did that make. So again, this is Quincy Walcott, I'm with the Accountability Project. Thanks.
You won't see this on the news, this cosmic report, because your mind's intuition they want to avoid. You got caught up in this game, though you say, I'm just playing. Insane, causing pain, your family. What I'm saying is the spiritual graffiti.
The writing's on the wall.
It's the art of having heart. Now, beware of the okie doke. It is no joke. Just like David Duke, he was no fluke. Time for hidden agendas to be exposed. Double-speak, forked tongue will be disposed. With our heads to the sky on a celestial high. Transform the caterpillar to a butterfly. We've been blessed with vision. Yes, you and I can plainly see from A to Z, metaphysically speaking, constantly seeking the spiritual graffiti.
The writing's on the wall.
It's the art of having heart. Now, agitation counters investigation. Agitation counters interrogation. Black man, black woman, Jamaican, Haitian, Kimite, Islam, and Zulu Nation. African American, Jamaican, Haitian, Kimite, Islam, and Zulu Nation, where it all begins, where it all began. The strength of a Nubian from the motherland. Don't take this lightly. Ancestors' prophecy, from salmonella to HIV. Even Stevie and Ray can clearly see the Medu Neter or the hieroglyph with the message in the music. How could you miss the spiritual graffiti?
The writing's on the wall.
It's the art of having heart. Now, tis, tis, tis. They just might get this fist. But then we'll be violent, expected to keep silent? No way, not today, because I can vividly see the ecology affecting you and me with psychological warfare on TV. And when was the last time you saw a movie about the spiritual graffiti?
The writing's on the wall.
It's the art of having heart. Now the proof is in the people. I want you to know, the young and the old I hope to show. The rich and the poor, the strong and the weak, all praise is due to the Most High God for this gift to speak. There but before the grace of God I go, but before the grace of God go I. In Gozigilele, Africa, yes, moving towards a pinnacle of a creative experience, turned on by my will, driven by my intelligence. It's the substance of things hoped for, yet evidence of things not seen. All those who hear within the sound of my voice, down with the Most High Supreme, y'all know what I mean, that truth crushed the earth has got to rise again. The state of this empire is at an end. Cognitive dissonance has got to offend all those who insist they can't comprehend the spiritual graffiti.
The writing's on the wall.
It's the art of having heart. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Never forget him and connect him to all of the others and that chain of generation to generation. Why? Because you are who you are. Because somebody loved you. Somebody sacrificed for you. My dear brother Barack Obama, when he gave that powerful speech in Boston, and he said, America is a magical place. And I turned to my partner and I said, this brother's going to have a Christopher Columbus experience. People discover America. There's nothing magical about America. America is free and democratic to the degree to which people through blood, sweat, and tears are trying to keep it free and democratic. And it can easily become thoroughly unfree, anti-democratic, if people get cowardly, complacent, or complicit to a status quo. Nothing magical about that.